Hi guys, hello! If you don't mind, would you please turn on the notification bell? YouTube isn't showing my videos to you at all, and I wouldn't want you to miss any of it, especially now that things are getting more and more interesting. Also, I think that YouTube is secretly unsubscribing you guys, so please pay attention to that. We have come to the second last God Grade Appmon, which is Hadesmon, who comes at 472,500 battle power. It's possible that out of the 6, this one is my favorite, and that for various reasons. I believe that you could have the most crazy story with this one, and it'll be clear in a second. Let's first analyze its appearance. You're looking at a winged dragon centaur-like Appmon with legs and a head resembling those of REVIVEMON. And we're going to discuss REVIVEMON in a moment, as its Appfusion with BIOMON would give us Hadesmon. Like all God Grade Appmon, it has a halo hovering on its back, except that its halo is like that of Deusmon, as it doesn't form a complete circle, but a crescent moon instead. I don't know if their halo is a way to distinguish themselves from the other God Grade Appmon. If so, then that would be really cool, as it would also confirm that even between the 6 here, that there is still a hierarchy to be respected. A last thing to say about Hadesmon's appearance is its neck and head, whose designs are a reference to Jesmon, a holy warrior and a member of Yggdrasil's Royal Knights. And it's good that we mention Jesmon because it allows me to say the following. If there is ever going to be a sort of tournament of power, like in Dragon Ball Super, where all universes have to make a team and battle each other in a battle royale format, then Jesmon and its Royal Knight peers, led by Yggdrasil, would be fighting against the Olympus XII team, led by Homerus, and they would also fight against the Tentei Hachibushu, led by Kunlun. And you'd have the true Olympus XII, meaning our 6 God Grade Appmon, led by Minerva, and maybe even a combination of Minerva and Leviathan, as both are actually one. Would that not make a crazy story? Just imagine the hype. Anyway, reason why I said that Hadesmon has the potential to bring so many interesting stories is because it has so many Digimon counterparts who carry the same title in their respective universe and who play a similar role. What title am I talking about? Well, it's simple. Hadesmon obviously is the digital reincarnation of Hades, the god of the dead and king of the underworld. Mind you, Hades is also the oldest of his brothers and sisters, but does not belong to the Olympus XII group because his realm was too far away removed. Hadesmon is itself also considered the king of the underworld, who governs over destruction and regeneration. It got that power via its 2-component Appmon BIOMON and REVIVEMON. REVIVEMON itself represents the restoration application. It means that it has the ability to restore everything even if the data has been completely destroyed. As long as there is even a single fragment that remains, it can restore whatever it so pleases, which is a crazy ability. BIOMON is a life application Appmon, said to be a supreme doctor who boasts that there are no patients it cannot cure. To itself, it says that it knows everything about living things. That's why surgery is like child's play. And when you combine these two to get their abilities, you will obviously get amazing powers such as that of transmutation and even reincarnation, meaning that Hadesmon has the ability to manipulate, destroy and reform all matter, all code and space from scratch. Though, to be able to change physical matter or data according to its will, and being able of altering or controlling vast expanses of space obviously would bring you in a different tier of power. And if you want to get a glimpse of what Hadesmon's potential is, we can easily find it by looking at its Digimon counterparts. In the Olympus XII story, you have Plutomon. Plutomon is the digital reincarnation of Pluto, the god of the underworld, who is from Roman mythology, and Pluto is none other than Hades himself. To get a glimpse of what Hadesmon would be able to do and to get a glimpse of the potential stories you could have with Hadesmon, you can just look at what Plutomon does. As the governor of the realm of the dead, meaning the dark area, Plutomon plays the role of either returning properly functioning Digicores to the upper areas as Digi-Eggs, or it can imprison those with serious bugs to prevent them from transmitting to the world above. So it basically is a judge with a specific role to fulfill. That alone could already bring countless stories with it because the dark area has different judges depending on what digital world we are talking about. For example, in the Chronicle X saga, there literally was an outbreak within the dark area where the dead couldn't be contained any longer, and they managed to bring themselves in the world of the living, and Anubimon, who was the judge over there, almost perished. But so, Plutomon already has the role of ruling over the dark area. While it hasn't been shown explicitly, the Appmon universe is confirmed to also have a dark area, or at least some equivalent to it. Again, unfortunately the developers didn't flesh out the Appmon universe, but Hadesmon would be playing the same role as Plutomon probably. Which reminds me, Plutomon also has some personal grudges against Jupitermon, as both don't really see eye to eye. One of the best stories where their clash was portrayed is during the Digimon Crusader arc. I went over it in the Digimon Multiverse video. The story was amazing. If you're interested, please go and check that video. And there's also another story of which Plutomon, the king of the underworld itself, became an undead itself, who lost its entire purpose. It is a story that happened during the Digimon Time Stranger arc. And then we suddenly have zombie Plutomon. Crazy. Hadesmon could easily go through something similar, and the question is, what would that do with the human world, or with the digital world, when a god level Appmon as powerful as Hadesmon suddenly cannot fulfill its duty? Again, the potential stories are endless. And just in case, there is also Susanoomon from the Shambhala server, who also carries the same title as Hadesmon, and by the way also a Digimon seen as having the first ever design for the God Grade Appmon. Susanoomon has been able to use its power to erase the existing system and create a new one, which brings us to the digital world Shambhala. Hadesmon should be able to do something similar. If both Susanoomon and Plutomon are like that, then imagine what could be done with Hadesmon. Imagine all stories that could be brought forth. I'm sure you all see where I'm coming from. The potential is limitless.